Welcome to the Present Simple Tense presentation with smartsetstudies.com. Please take your time, get your notebook out and take down notes as we guide you through this verb tense. You may want to pause the presentation as it's going along, so you can take notes or discuss it. For the present simple tense, the verb is present tense, or verb 1 as some people call it. Verb 1 is the bare infinitive, which is the verb without to. However, for third person singular, which is he, she and it, we have to put an S on the end. Here's a table of all the verb conjugations for the verb to eat. As you can see, all persons except third person singular are the same. It's just the bare infinitive, but for third person singular, just add an S on the end. It's like this for third person singular for the first verb in all present tenses. To make a negative in the present simple, we need to use an auxiliary verb do and not and then the main verb. As you can see, the third person singular, instead of do not, we say does not. As you can see, the S rule here also has an E. We'll discuss the S rule in more detail later. The present simple tense is one of the most commonly used tenses, and we use it in many different ways. Let's take a look. We use the present simple tense for routines. As you can see here, this person routinely plays football, so we use the verb play in present tense. Some more examples of routines. See how the third person singular has the S rule, and also the negative statements have the auxiliary verb do. Also notice how there's a time reference to show the routine. Use the present simple tense for permanent or semi-permanent situations. In this example, this girl permanently lives in Spain. Also, notice the S rule as we're talking about a third person, she. Some more examples here. See how they're all permanent situations. Facts are usually said in present simple tense. Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Of course it does, so we say the verb to boil in the present tense. Some more examples of facts here. We use the present simple for imperatives. These are basically orders, when somebody tells you what to do, or how to do something. In this example, somebody is giving directions, so they say it in present simple. Notice how there's no subject in this sentence. That's because imperatives are usually said to a second person, you. So there's no need to say you go straight on, you turn left, etc. Some more examples here. Many imperatives are phrasal verbs. These are verbs and a preposition, as you can see, stand up, sit down, and get out. Another common use for the present simple is for timetables and planned events. In the example, school starts at 8:30 a.m. Unfortunately, it does start early, but no matter what time, it's a timetable event, so it will be in present tense. Some more examples here. As you can see, they're all planned events or timetables, and of course, the verbs are all in present tense. Another common use for the present simple tense is news headlines. As you can see here, man lands on the moon. It's news of the moon landing, and grammatically we should say something like, a man landed on the moon yesterday, or whenever it was. But because it's a news headline, it will usually be in present simple. Some more examples here. As you can see, they're all present tense. Another thing about headlines is that they're mostly capitalized. Some media outlets don't do that now, but mostly they're capitalized and in present simple tense. To make a question in the present simple, simply add the auxiliary verb do and put it before the subject. As you can see, the main verb is like, but because we want to ask a question, we need to use do as well. Do you like pineapple on pizza? What a question! Of course, nobody likes pineapple on their pizza. Some more examples of questions in the present simple tense. Always remember the structure of a question is auxiliary verb do, or does, subject, and then the main verb and the rest. For information questions, it's the same structure, but we just add the information word at the beginning. Let's take a closer look at the S rule for the present simple tense. As you know, you add an S on the end of the verb for third person singular. That's he, she or it. Or of course the name of that pronoun. This could be John, Tommy, Emma, Sarah, the dog, the tree, whatever. As long as it's a he, she or it, you add an S on the end. However, if the verb ends in a consonant and Y, then you change the Y to I and add ES. So, in our example, study changes to studies. If a verb ends in an O, we add ES. As you can see in our example, go changes to goes. If a verb ends in S, SH, CH, X or Z, you should add an ES. As you can see in the examples here. Thanks for listening to our Present Simple presentation. Be sure to check out our website, smartsetstudies.com. We have plenty of information on all English grammar, and we give away some excellent free worksheets and classroom materials for you and your students. Once again, thanks for listening and see you again soon.